Welcome back to the SFR Championship. It is Brands Hatch. That is race 3. On pole we have Martin Marks. In second place it is Holly Crankshaw having a crack. In position 3 it is Kevin Butler. In 4th it is reigning champion Buzzin. Then it's Ash Finney in 5th and Callan in 6th. Commentators my good self and Stewie Jackcart. And we are just waiting for the green light. It is round 1, race 3. Brands Hatch. Oh, Holly Crankshaw's crept there. She's going to get a penalty. She's going to get a time penalty there. She's going to get absolutely swamped, and she does. Unfortunately for the novice driver there, as Martin Marks goes into the lead into turn 1. They'd been having a lot of problems at turn 1 in practice with the grip levels because of a change in tyres, but we'll have to see how they get on. I think maybe Martin Marks has been putting banana skins down as Ash Finney goes into the lead. Martin Marks trying to come back at him up the inside. Buzzin's trying to go the outside of him. We're on board with Buzzin now as he chases Martin Marks, and Ash Finney slowed down quite considerably there. He had a bit of a problem as he came off the exit of turn 3 then. So up the hill, Buzzin chasing Ash Finney, squeezed in the middle of the pack. Callan's trying to find his way through as they drop down into the dip. It's Ash Finney pushing. Oh, he's just got a little bit offline there. I think he's going to go wide, and he does. Oh, curtains for Ash Finney as he pirouettes in the road as well. Martin Marks just takes to the gravel a little bit. That's going to slow him down. You can see Buzzin flashing the light, say, come on, out of the way. You've lost a lot of speed. Buzzin goes through into first place then.
And as you see, they've been having a few problems with these tyres on particularly turn 1. It's particularly greasy there, as we saw. No, Holly Crankshaw and Ash Finney coming together there. Now I don't know where she's going. Quite possibly Dorothy Perkins.
Oh,
That's probably the best place. Or maybe at home with the vacuum.
really, Stewie, you cannot say things like that. That is extremely sexist as Buzzin finds the grip level a problem and he goes off. Dear, oh dear. Martin Marks, Kevin Butler and Callan go through. Buzzin demoted 14. See, Ash Finney has gone off on turn 1 as well. So everybody experiencing problems on turn 1. Is really greasy there for some reason today. So see Martin Marks then. We're on board with Martin. He's really on the pace through there. Perhaps he's just taking it steady in view of the fact that he's already had a bit of an excursion onto the gravel. So it's Martin Marks. He's been chased by Kevin Butler in the green zip car livery. Then it's Callan in the metallic red livery. Martin Marks just catching that one slightly. Wants to be careful Paul Elmore doesn't get after him. But these three now pulled away. The Buzzin is just not in sight whatsoever. But I can tell you their sector times are not very impressive. Martin Marks cutting that one. He wants to be careful. Paul Elmore will give him a penalty. You can see he's got a penalty. That is why he is ghosting, because he's carrying a time penalty then. Every time he breaks, he's doing it in an attempt to get rid of the penalty. These three together, Buzzin nowhere in sight, but as I say, you can just see him in the background there. As I say, their sector times are not impressive at all.
No, and I would expect certainly Buzzin and Ash Finney to start making some ground on these three, because as you see their sector times are very poor compared to what we're normally used to seeing. As Kevin Butler goes around Martin Marks and Callan goes up the inside of Kevin Butler. Now you might see the sector time improving with Callan out in front.
Indeed he do then. Callan leads them. He is followed by Kevin Butler. Then it's Martin Marks. No, it's Martin Marks who's got ahead of Kevin Butler now. But still, their sector times are not that impressive. You can see that Callan is quite skittish on the road. And there's Buzzin. Buzzin is definitely catching them. There's the view ahead. He's about 3-4 seconds back. But his sector times are impressive compared to the three ahead. It is Callan. He's been chased by Martin Marks, and Kevin Butler has got up the inside of Martin. No, that is Callan. Callan's made a mistake and he's dropped all the way back to third place. So Martin Marks is now in the lead, followed by Kevin Butler. But Buzzin is catching them like there is no tomorrow. He's going to be right up on them by the time it comes to turn one. Let's hope no one's going to go wide. There he is, fully committed through the right-hander and onto the main straight then.
And I would expect this fight to really start to get interesting as soon as Buzzin joins it here, as long as he can keep it on the road. So the greasy right-hander, he does that very well, carrying lots of speed. We're on board with him. He heads into turn 2. Probably short shift through there, indeed he does, in order to maintain the traction into the left-hander, and you can see visibly he's catching them like a bullet. And just up ahead you can see they're going to lap the young lady, Holly Crankshaw, as I said. Perhaps she's looking for Tesco's car park or something.
You are so sexist, it is unbelievable. You cannot say things like that these days, Stuart. Okay, Buzzin looking to find a way past Callan then. He's all over the back of him. Martin Marks trying to hold off Kevin Butler behind him, and Callan's trying to go up the inside of Kevin. Kevin having none of that then as they head into the next turn. Kevin Butler, he's being chased. Oh, and Buzzin's got up the inside of Callan. Callan's trying to fight it, and that means Callan's gone wide, so Buzzin goes up to third place. It is Martin Marks ahead still, surprisingly, because he's not put it in reverse today. Martin Marks followed by Kevin Butler, then it is Buzzin, then it is Callan. Ash Vinny ahead of it at the moment, and Holly Crankshaw is down one lap as they head over the line.
I would have a drink of water if I were you, because it seems like you're getting a little bit hoarse there, son. Martin Marks then heads them, followed by Kevin Butler, then tucked in behind him is Buzzin, who's catching him and pulled out a little bit on Callum behind as we go on board with him. Then Kevin very, very slow through there. You can see visibly Buzzin's looking to try and get by here. I would expect him to try and go up the inside. There's a little bit of contact, nothing too out of the ordinary, as now Buzzin set his sights on Martin Marks ahead.
Yep, and usually when they're racing, if Kevin Butler gets behind Martin, he starts shouting all kinds of things to try and distract him. Like, how's the family, Martin? How's it going? If you've got a penalty, you want to be steady on this next corner. He tries all sorts of things to put him off. Martin seems to be unfazed by the pressure from Buzzin. At the moment, you'd expect Buzzin to try and have a go on the left-hander here. Possibly. No, he's not quite close enough as Callan goes up the inside of Kevin Butler. Did he pull it off? No, he didn't. He's still in fourth, so it is Martin Marks being pushed hard by Buzzin, and in turn Kevin Butler is being pushed by Callan. He's still not any sight of Ash Finney, but he's putting in some very good lap times, I can tell you. Martin Marks then heads into turn 1. Ooh, might have overrun there. Buzzin right on the limit. And Kevin Butler goes through. I think Buzzin might have got a little nudge there as Callan goes through on him as well. Buzzin demoted to fourth, but he goes up the inside of Martin Marks and goes up the inside of Callan and retakes second place. Oh, Martin's got it completely wrong there. Got into the side of Callan, and he is in the barriers then.
Well, that was a right cock up by Martin Marks there. Just oversteered into the side of Callan and kept it nailed to the board, and of course the back end's gone. He's straight into the barrier. I would have expected better from Martin there, to be quite honest with you. So we're on board with Buzzin now, and now he is definitely lining up Kevin Butler here to make a move. I think he just dropped back to try and keep an eye on what kind of mistake Kevin is going to make, but Kevin's holding his line really, really well here. Callan's dropped back from the two of them, and there we go. Kevin's made his mistake. Buzzin goes through and capitalises. Callan goes wide in the background as well. Buzzin into first place.
Now, these little machines they're driving, could have told you about it before actually. The little Toyota SFR racing concept, just about 1 ton, 300 brake horsepower. It's like being on rails, but they can be a handful if the grip level drops. Let's see if Buzzin keeps it together in turn 1 then. Yep, he does. Going through is Kevin Butler. Kevin Butler's gone wide again on turn 1. They're really having problems there today. So Callan goes through again into second place. How many times they've swapped and changed positions here is really nobody's business. It's with Martin Marks as well. I think he may have got past Kevin Butler, and Ash Vinnie is certainly catching Martin Marks. There's Holly Crankshaw. She's improving her times, but she's still a lap down on the leaders then.
If I were her, I'd either be pulling off onto the side of the track or pulling into the pits and maybe getting some food on the go on the barbecue for the lads.
Really, Stewie, you've got to stop doing that. It's extremely sexist, and we're going to get into a lot of trouble. So please just shut up. Out in front then, it is Buzzin. He's a long way ahead, I believe, I think it's Callan in second place, and as he heads towards the final turn. Window wipers going again. He always seems to get that problem. I think he might do it, actually, to say, this is my race. And indeed, he comes through. He's going to take the win then. Buzzin, first place. Who's going to finish second? They've been chopping and changing. It is Callan who finishes in second place. And little, handbrake over the line for him. And Martin Marks has cocked it on the start-finish straight. Oh, Ash Vinnie is going to take third from him. Martin Marks going off wide, so Ash Vinnie finishes third. Martin Marks finishes in fourth. Kevin Butler is going to finish in fifth in the green zip cart livery. And then it is going to be the novice driver, Holly Crankshaw, a lap down, but I'm sure she's had a lot of fun. And hopefully we're going to see her for the next race. But your winner this time round, it is Buzzin in the Vision PPE Hizzy 999 livery. So, after round one, let's have a look at the table for the SFR Championship. Buzzin leads with 56 points. Callan is just 2 behind him on 54. Then it's Ash Vinnie, the GP plate holder. Kevin Butler is in fourth on 40 points. Martin Marks in fifth. And Frank and Holly Crankshaw on 32. Dasman, Will Cottrell, Marrow, Elliot Newton, Mads, Hedgehog Stew and Gordini yet to score, but hopefully we'll see them in the next round. Bye for now.